has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
What now? You want it? Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3. Yard gain there.
Desmond King on the tackle.
You don't want that?
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Double time. Even. 4 down.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay. That one a first down pickup of 8. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. On first down, right back to Lindsay. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Melvin Gordon, the 2-time Pro Bowler. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Jerry Atauchu brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
check three. Alert three, alert three. Alert three.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They run it here with Gordon. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rivers throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Gordon now ripped him down.
Last week, a huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
We got 3. We got behind.
To throw is Rivers. Sets up the screen to Gordon. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. They'll run here with Lindsey. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Load it. Load it.
On first and 10, Rivers. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Davis now to return it. Touchdown, Denver. A 77-yard punt return. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Rivers. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rivers on the money, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Rivers now. It's caught inside the 25. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
All right. Hey, Brown 80. 43. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Load it. Load it. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic.
From the gun, Rivers. And right side, Henry's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
180. 47. Check, 47. Here we go. Hey, Rocket. Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Hey, Orbit.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
For the Charger field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third and long, it's Carr. Flushed out, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returning, it's Benjamin. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach is talking to his offense.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. After the sack on first down, Rivers going to let this thing go. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And in 2 plays just like that, they're already operating in the red zone. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. Throwing Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Rivers to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Badgley's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat...
It got his man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on, 93. 93. Purdue. Say. General West.
The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear right ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Los Angeles.
Rivers now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be second and 11.
Second and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Ready! Block 11! It's going to be a long... Red! It's going to be a long day. Mike,
from the gun. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On third down, Rivers got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Hey, box drop. Run 80. Under 10. Dwight, 89.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And Allen's got it. Past the 20. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get...
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll run. This is Hunt. And some room to run now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Hakeem Hunt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. First down, Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. He finds an opening past the 40. There goes Melvin Gordon. Touchdown, L.A. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Lindsey. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He's not going to get me.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go, Buck.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
He's checking. Crash. Under crush. Shift.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Broncos push further out in front. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
12.
Play action now, Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rivers. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Finds his target. It's Gates. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You better be afraid. Alpha!
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to fourth quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 26-yard line. Rivers. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
I bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle.
And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score, Broncos 36, Chargers 29. Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Another run by Lindsey. 12 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Later, 2.
Riddick with a carry. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 50.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check 5061, matchbox lights.
Throwing again. Carr. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's get it.
28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Man, I got you. Man, I got
you. Throwing, Rivers. Caught by Gates, left side. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Who got 17? Who got 17?
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Wait, 89.
Now Rivers on 4th down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Now, he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6. For the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now a timeout called for by the defense. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Carr. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That's right, baby.
From the gun, Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
It's 2nd down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.